Good evening. Welcome to Dissect. I go by the name of Novelist.
And I go by the name of Jewel.
And of course, welcome to another episode of Dissect. We have two special women in the building. Well, three special women in the building. And,
Thank you.
but of course, we have two special guests with us tonight. And, we're going to bring them on very soon. But before we do that, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you got it locked into Island Therapy or you got it locked into TDN TV.net, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to that. If you're on Facebook, please follow us on Facebook as well. We're going to show a quick video and then we'll come back and bring in our guests, right, Joe?
That's right.
All right, so let's get into our first video and let you see one of our guests. So let's do this.
Mystrie. Getting harder, it's getting harder. I have to try something to earn a living. I must just set it for my customers to see. When they see the product, they will support me. I try selling things that not selling, that increase soaping, that not selling. But when I started selling my cupboard, people talking, something's happening. People talking, something happening. Go for sale, go for sale, go for sale. Who buying it? Who buying it? Go for sale, go for sale, go for sale. Who buying it? Who buying it? If you want white cocoa, I'm selling it. If you want dry cocoa, you can get it. Any kind of cocoa, I'm selling it. Hot or cold cocoa, you can get it. Go for sale, go for sale, go for sale. Who buying it? Who buying it? Go for sale, go for sale, go for sale. Who buying it? Who buying it?
That was
Examination. Shucks it down.
That was Mystrie, and of course we should have Luchious set up as well. But let's go ahead and bring to the screen Mystrie. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Can you guys hear us? I think you guys are muted.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. All right, now we got everything sorted out. Let's get this let's just get this thing going. So let's start with Luchious. Luchious, can you go ahead and introduce yourself to the viewers, please?
Good night to you and to the listening public, to both you, Novelist, and to Joel. I am Kendra Stephen, and last year was my first time on the stage, 2021, and I came out with the song Barbershop.
Nice. And Mystrie, I guess it's your turn. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the masses.
Yes, I am Rena Charles, aka Mystrie, and I have been a Calypsonian for the past 4 years.
Nice. All right. Now we got that out of the way. Joel, I don't know if you want to tap in right ahead or you just want me to jump right into it.
I mean, I'm excited to learn about both guests. I'm always excited to learn about our guests. But, when women show up on the show, I'm even more excited because I feel that bond.
You feel
A female
stronger.
bond. And I like to ask questions specifically about females. So, you know what?
Right.
I won't get into it just yet, but I will be asking female-centered questions. But first, to start off the show, well, how did both of you get into singing calypso from the onset? So who wants to take this one on
Well,
first?
let me go first.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I've been singing practically all my life. I sing practically all genres of music. Um, I It started with church, of course, and then just singing cover tunes. I was a lead singer for the Machine Creole band for about 5 years
Hmm.
before I got into calypso.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So when the band dissolved, I just decided, you know what, I needed to express myself. So I just adopted calypso.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Interesting.
I'm gonna come back to the band in a little bit, but let's hear
Yeah.
from Luscious.
Definitely.
Thank you for that, Luscious.
Mm.
Unlike unlike Mystrie, as Mystrie, I started off with the church. I was maybe 9, 10 years old singing the junior choir at church. But
Right.
then with everything, the choirs and members, the group dissolved. I did not sing, but I love calypso. I always go to the calypso shows, and I'm like every year I'm saying I am going to sing a calypso and I'm going to be on that stage. Last year, somebody booked it for me, and I say, okay, not a problem, and I just went ahead and I sang,
Wow.
and that's my singing history.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you
Just
were
just
peer
for the
pressured into it.
Mhm. Just for you guys actually, brings up a lot of questions that I actually want to tap into. Um, Joel, I'll let you go because you wanted to the band. So go ahead.
Yeah, no. So Mystery, you mentioned that you were with Machine Creole. And
Right.
how was that experience for you? Like being with the band, then you decided to, you said the band dissolved. So being a calypsonian, were you a soloist with the band, or were you a backup singer? How did that work with the band? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the band.
Well, I was mainly I was the lead singer for the band,
Okay.
and I also back up for the other singers that sang different songs. They focused mainly on compa, and being a person who I was born in Dominica but
Mhm,
lived all my life in North America.
mhm.
Mm.
I had some issues with speaking Creole and French, but
Okay.
once you learn a song, it doesn't matter what the language is.
Right.
Um,
Universe.
if you can sing, you can sing. So
That's
I
true.
kind of like found my niche, and I actually love compa. So
Mm.
So do I.
they yeah, so I sang that, and we incorporated other songs, other cover tunes, for example, that I love, R&B. We sang jazz. We sang so many different genres of music, and I I did soca and some other reggae as well.
Right.
Mhm.
So so I just made myself, and unfortunately, the band dissolved, like I said. So I just felt like I had to do something else because I always enjoyed singing. It's a passion.
Hmm.
Yes.
So what have you? So you've been before the band. Have you? Has music always been something that's been part of you, or is it something that you develop when you're a teenager, or what was the mission there? Mystery.
As I said, from since childhood, and we are Dominicans, of course, whether we are in Dominica itself or overseas. Mom, dad, they are going to push that church thing, and so this is
Right.
where I got my first love for music and my first love for singing.
Mhm.
And as I matured, I went out into more worldly music,
Right.
Mhm.
R&B, reggae, these kinds of things. Um, so the love was always there,
Right.
and so that when the band dissolved, I just felt like I needed to do something else.
Fill in that space. Right.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm glad you sticked with it.
Yeah. I want to get to the song itself. Well, your song of last year itself. But before I
Right.
get there, Luscious, um, you said you started in the choir and somebody wrote a song for you and you finally decided to sing it. So why now? Because you said all your life you figure, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Why now?
Well, I never got the opportunity to actually sing songs.
Right.
So when the opportunity arose, I did not refuse.
Nice. Now, this is one of the things where when I heard your song, I was like, where did that come from? Because I know you very well, right? And I'm like, where? Like I could see the connection, right? But I
You
up
sang,
to
I'm always trying to
baffled.
reach you right.
Yeah, yeah. Up till today, I'm still baffled by it. But you both of you guys did an excellent job. Well, this year, and hoping
Thank
next
you.
year you guys do even like a greater job, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Uh,
So, Luscious, what can we expect from you coming elimination, which is it was postponed to next week, you guys said, so it's pushed
To
back
the month end.
to
Yes.
the end of
the
end of
30th, the
Um,
30th, yes, of December.
December.
Yeah.
Okay,
next 2 weeks.
so next 2 weeks. Are you both
3 weeks.
ready? Are you guys both ready?
I feel
Well,
confident.
yes, I'm ready as well. I'm very ready.
Nice.
Mm.
Well, so what, Luscious,
I
what can
think,
we expect in the next
yeah.
2 to 3 weeks?
Well, sometime next week, I'm supposed to record my song. So hopefully, before the eliminations, the song will be out and aired for everybody to hear and get accustomed to.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
As for me, my first song was supposed to be released on Thursday of next week.
Hmm.
Um, so I might just wait an additional week to a little closer to eliminations before I let it out. But
Yeah.
definitely, Coco Stick was out. I think probably one of the first songs out for the season
Hmm.
2022. So I'm
Hmm.
actually hoping to duplicate that and ensure that I have an early release so that by the time elimination comes around, people have heard the sound. It's more a household name, and can they can come to the show and just sing.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's
so you may not have too much mystery behind that mystery. um Speaking of mystery, I want to know where the two of you got your names from.
hmm
Mystery, I saw you with our ad that we were running in the flyer. You wore shades. Um, is that part of your mystery? Like, where did that name?
I have it right here.
Yeah, put
I
the
just
shades.
I just need to, well, I took it out because I need to be able to see, but I have it on for the glare and stuff like that.
Right.
But um, as it relates to my name Mystery, the
Yeah.
sun the sunglass is really just part of my persona. Um,
Hmm.
I it's just the way that I want to represent myself. I think it's just cute,
Yeah.
and it says a lot about mystery
Right.
because
Right.
the name itself, I chose that name, or I chose to go with that name
Hmm.
because I feel like there is a lot inside of me that is yet to be seen.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I myself, I don't know a lot of things about me. It's just unraveling as I
Right.
go on.
Right.
So so when I looked at it, I just felt, yeah, Mystery seems like a nice name, so I'm gonna go with that. And it stuck, and I kind of like it really. I chose the
Right.
spelling so that I spelt it the way that I wanted to spell it, and
Right.
I cannot walk on the streets of Roseau. It's mystery, 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 mystery.
Wow.
But now they've actually transformed it, and it's Coco, Coco, Coco
Oh
Sting, Coco
wow.
Sting. So, but when the song came out, I really had no peace walking on the streets of Dominica.
All right.
Yeah.
Must be a good feeling.
Exactly.
Actually, I never expected it to have the kind of attention that it got.
Right.
So I'm grateful to God always, and for all those people who supported me,
Mhm.
and the fan base.
Nice.
Thank you.
So Luscious, it's your
Thank
turn.
you, Luscious. Luscious.
This I gotta hear.
Well,
Mhm.
well, my name is Kendra. Juggling with names, I thought of Kendokes, I thought of Kenny, I thought of Ryder, Kenny Ryder, I thought of how many different names and persons on and then somebody said, "Hey, you look like a luscious." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll just go with that." It was kind of a ring at the time, so I'm
Right.
saying, "Okay." I thought of it. I'm like, "Okay, luscious. Why not luscious?" Dominica is green actually, and I think that day I wore green, so it's like it just and I was excited for the name, and I just kept with it.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, both of you guys represent your name properly, right?
Thank
So
you, thank you.
Mm.
yeah,
Mhm.
most definitely.
Mhm.
Okay, let's get into this barbershop. Who wrote the song Barbershop? Was it you or
Okay.
oh no, you said somebody gave you a song.
And the writer brought the song to me at my workplace. I was at work doing my work, minding my own business, and he approached me and he said, "I heard you wanted to sing, and and he said, I have a song for you." And that's the song. He actually came with the song. I'm like, "Watch it." I'm like, "Okay, I'll go ahead with it." And his name is Basi, and it was written
Right.
by him along with Hanman.
With
So when
who?
he brought it for me, I'm like, "Oh, should I?" Started smiling,
Right.
and I'm looking. Okay, Baba Shop. I'll handle it.
Interesting.
And
Interesting.
that's how I ended up singing.
Wow. Oh, so you said Basti and who wrote the song? We didn't catch the last name. Yeah, I still didn't catch that.
Basi and Panman.
Hanman?
Panman. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Both
I've never.
song
I know
and
Basti. Yeah, we seem to
You're
be.
fading we're not hearing everything that you're saying.
Yeah,
you
yeah, we
heard
seem to
me?
be. Yeah,
Yes.
it just seemed to have some type of lag
Delay.
in the audio. So
With the internet.
hopefully that fix. So Luscious, I'm gonna ask you the same question. Oh, you said this was your third or fourth year into Calypso. This 2022
Mystrie.
mystery.
Oh,
Mysteries.
you're talking to Mystery.
Yes, I'm talking to you.
So what is the question you're asking?
No, I said you said this was your third.
We're
This year
going on
was
my fourth year.
okay. This is going on your fourth year. All right. So
Mhm.
the song Cocoa Sticks.
Right.
Was it written by you, or did you have like a writer or?
Well, actually, Lucious and I have the same writer, and his
Okay.
name is Alpha Basi Pascal.
Right.
And actually, how I got my song, or how my song got me, was a friend of mine. I think that he heard the song and he said, I know somebody who will do justice to that song.
Hmm.
And his name is Jules, and he called me and said, I have a song for you. I have somebody with a song for you.
Right.
And I made contact with the person. And when I heard the song, I was like, huh, you know. I think the conservative part of me was like, huh, you
Right.
know. And the mystery part of me came out and
Uh-huh.
said, yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm
So,
going to
but
take that,
I like
and
that.
I'm going to dissect it.
I like
Right?
that.
No, but you said he heard the song. So what? Did you have the idea ready for the song? And
Well, no. Well, don't forget, the song was written by someone by Bassi Arthur Pascal. So, but my friend heard it first, and he thought that I would do justice to the song.
oh,
So then
okay, okay,
he called me on it, and then I made contact with Bassi, and he
right,
sent me the song. And when I heard the song, I was shocked because
right.
I'm walking prim and proper and so on, and then here it is now. I have to make a decision whether to deal with the controversy
Right.
around the double entendre of the song.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so my conservative part was like, should you? And then the part that really the mystery part of me was like, yeah, you can do this. Take it, take it, take it. You know, because actually the song, as you well know, is the interpretation of the song is left to the listener.
Listener, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I guess
so
I'm
I,
a
I
little
figure,
mystery.
I came to a conclusion that I was safe. I was safe.
That's your own conclusion in your head, right?
Yes, definitely. But I was having an interview on the radio station once, and
Mhm.
about Coco Sticky that just come out, and somebody called into the station. Oh, um, that song. I know what she's talking about, and he was very upset. You know, it's sexual. It's sexual. And then somebody calling after him and said, "But no, I happen to love my cup of cocoa. And when I
Mm.
was in this place and that place, and it was cold, I would take
Right.
my cocoa out of my cupboard and have a nice hot cup of cocoa." And so I felt pleased,
Right.
very very pleased.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
When
Again,
I
you're
first heard the song, I interpreted it one way
hmm
as
what
the
was that,
cocoa.
Joe?
My grandmother used to sell in the market and she sold cocoa. So I interpreted it like innocently, like that. And then I was like, oh, oh.
You guys are killing me.
But it is up to the interpretation of the listener
Yeah.
for sure. And you did it justice as Jules had said you would. Good job.
Well, when I heard it, I thought of two different things: cocoa sticks, and then, well, yeah, other things for sale. So, oh my god. So Luscious, the barbershop song. What is the barbershop about, and why did you choose to sing it?
Okay, as I mentioned before, this song was pre-written. So
Right.
basically, I just went through it and I got this. I'm like, okay, it's something different because persons like to say that women they want ponging beef in our
Right.
Dominican language. So it's
Hmm.
now the other way around. Is men ponging beef, and the best place that they do is at a barber shop because that's where a lot of them congregate. They pull up, they
Hmm.
watch football, they speak of what's happening for their week, you know. And
Right.
I say, okay, it's something different. I'm going to handle it, and I brought it out. And before I continue, let me just thank Narin Murphy, who was the one who actually gave me the name Luchious.
So
Okay.
that's so Naren just there was just a comment across the screen. Can we see that comment
He's
that Naren
listening,
sent?
he's listening because I saw
Yeah,
his
yeah.
comment. Yeah.
The people in the back, if we can see that comment.
For the trend,
Yeah. Don't forget how you
trendsetter Murphy.
give about the name. LOL.
That's trendsetter.
Yes, trendsetter.
Trendsetter.
Yeah, he
Right.
was there. What, two Saturdays ago?
Yes,
Two
yes, he
Saturdays
was there
ago.
about 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Right.
All
Mhm.
So
right.
yeah,
So
big
he
up.
gave himself his credit. Thank you, trendsetter.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
But then a lot of persons met me and say, a lot of barbers met me and said, but Bev don't happen at my barber shop. I'm like, really? They say like
Right.
it's the other way around. a lot of beef happen at the salon. I'm like, a lot of beef do actually happen at the barbershop because when you're sitting there and you're
Mhm.
discussing whatever you're discussing, be it politics, be it whatever happening in your life, be it sports, it's beef and it happens
But,
at the
but what,
barbershop.
what makes you think it's Beth? Okay, so for those who don't know what the Beth means, it's like gossip,
Beef
right?
and gossip,
Uh,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So, but men talking about sports, that's not gossip. I mean, we just
It's
enjoying
not gossip,
basketball,
but
football,
they
whatever
don't
it is.
talk about other things. And they talk about their daily lives.
And of
How
course,
prices
There's
women.
cost.
gossip in the barbershop.
Uh, we talk about men, but men talk about women
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
So,
talk about women playing sports.
oh no,
Okay,
no.
You guys are not
but
gonna
you
do
Oh,
this
do
tonight, right?
you let me tell you, you look at everything else. A lot of
Mm.
discussion, proper
Yes,
discussion, happen at the barber shop.
it sure does. Sure does.
it does. It does.
So
But
it's something
both
that I like for men. They do gossip a lot, and they gossip a lot more than women. I can attest to that.
oh,
I
And
agree.
people do say that.
um, so
I
what was
agree.
it like
I actually
performing that song for the first time? We are not doing
so it
this,
was in
okay?
the
So
The show is not
we're
to
having the
bash
debate
men.
here. We're having the debate, but how did people receive it? So did you get feedback from people on the streets? How was the feedback from people that actually heard the song? So we're debating it, but what was said to you?
when person said it like, wow, I never knew you could sing like that. And they said, why have you held back that talent before? But they said
Mm,
like when I came on the song, it's like, wow, it's really true. And they gave me a lot of applause, you know. One or two persons gave me little tips, but
yeah.
mostly positive vibes.
Right.
And
Yes.
that's why this year again that I'm coming out and sing because person saying next year you're going to be big and better, and I'm saying yes, thank you for the encouragement, and I love that. Our Dominican people are very nice people.
Yeah. So, but what was it like going through the elimination process, like the elimination round, and what was it, and what did it feel like after you know that you were safe?
Okay, the night of eliminations, I went out. I was nervous as anybody else maybe, but as a first
Right.
timer onto the big stage, I gave it. I went out there. I did my stuff. I mean, yeah, I think I made it through because one or two persons who were supposed to be in the quarterfinals did not participate. So
Okay.
I ended up coming through.
So you were reserved
Yeah.
then. Mm.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I was one of the reserve. I think I was, yeah,
Right. So and
but
then
I give it all.
mhm. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you have to go through that same process again, or
Yes, yes.
that's how it
We
Yes,
works.
all do
because
because
was
we're going to the pre-COVID format.
Okay. Yes.
yes,
So,
Yes. Yes.
Yes. You
Oh,
remember they were discussing that the last
yeah.
time.
That's
mm,
Darren was telling us about that.
yeah. So pretty
right.
much
next couple
the
of weeks,
last.
new thing where persons we're going back to the all things were before COVID, where you have the two songs at the finals. So
Right.
yeah,
Mhm.
That's gonna be interesting. So, but at the elimination round, you only get to perform one song.
Yes, one
yes,
song,
one song,
two verses and two choruses.
another song.
That's
Right.
right. Well, I wish both of you guys luck.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
both seem very confident, and I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very confident. They're
Well,
And we
ready.
have a good writer. For Bassi Pascal is a very good writer. He was once a calypsonian. He sang songs, so he knows his ins and his outs. So yeah.
right.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
really is. There's a
But then,
genius in him.
but
Hmm.
then it takes you guys to still deliver that, give it that
Right.
bang, right?
Performance
Yeah.
is what
But
matters.
Of course.
but what I wanted to share with you and the audience also listening that I'm gonna be honest. and true to myself tonight.
Hmm.
I am not really in the calypso business or arena um, solely to have a crown. I just want people to know that
Right.
I am
Enjoyment.
in I am in it to have fun. That's
Nice.
what it is.
Mhm.
Nice.
I just love having fun. And if I can get my song on the road behind a band, I'm good. Okay.
Right.
So that is just my personality. I always try to tell people that I'm just having the time of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
I am not trying to compete, especially with the youth. I'm not trying to compete with those guys that have it made because some of them are very good at it. You know,
Right.
I am just actually having fun and
Right.
let the chips fall where they may. So if I get a crown, I'm grateful.
Right.
But
Mhm.
I am just I like to perform, especially in the stardom tent,
Right.
and just to display my talent and to express myself.
Right.
Because as I
That's
said,
Yeah.
I
important.
am mystery, and I like for people to see what's inside me. So
Right.
on stage, I get that opportunity to just show
Be
or
free.
Be yourself.
exhibit
Right.
what I am.
So it's
So
like
that's
an alter ego almost, right? Like
it's
you
like
get to,
taking off a cap and putting
yes.
another one on. Yeah, that.
I
Wow.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I, but I've
And let
watched
me
some
just
of your.
say,
Go
I
ahead.
I do I enjoy platforms, so I'm saying, every year, like I said at the beginning, every year I always say that I'm going to sing, and I'm happy that I
Right.
got the opportunity to sing last year, and it has paved the way for me.
Mhm.
Nice. Now I
Mhm.
watched both of you guys performance last year, and you guys seem to enjoy what you're doing. So Mystery, while you were saying, it's more than a crown, I actually visualize you performing and like, yeah, you enjoy yourself. So, when you said it was a way of expressing yourself, I almost said it exact time with you because that's what I get. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
that
Well, thank you for seeing that. I hope
of
the
course.
other people who are following will also see it as well. I
Right.
just I think I think there's segments of the population, especially the youth, that we
Hmm.
have to promote and we have to support. And so personally for me, I am one that want to give them that opportunity. I'm just
Right.
in it. I'm not competing with them. That's for sure. I'm not
Right.
doing it, and that's why I actually ask my writer to write songs for me that is more road match. That's me. I'm a
Right.
more road
Right.
match person.
Right.
So
Oh, that explains. But I guess that does that come from the band or was that before the band? Like the hype, the road
no,
match vibe that
that
you
is just mystery
that was
inside mystery. I think there is somebody inside of me, I swear, that wants to come out.
right.
And how I come out is being myself.
Yeah.
And that is there's a fire within me that needs to be seen. I'm almost like an exhibitionist, put it that way.
Right.
I need to show certain things about me, and that's what it is.
Right.
And also as a woman, I just feel that there are so many constraints that are placed on us,
Hmm.
so many, the little train that couldn't, that I feel somehow that I must represent, and to show
Right.
that we can do anything that we put our minds to, and all things are to throw away. And so you are never too old to
Yeah.
reach your potential or to do the things that you want to do. And
Right.
Right. Facts.
this is pretty much why I am in the calypso business,
Right.
because really truly I'm already accomplished. I have a master's degree plus
Oh wow.
in social work. I was a clinical social
Hmm.
worker for many. I am
Oh, I'm a social worker
for many
too.
years.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me.
I'm also a social worker.
Right. So I am a trained social worker and stuff like that. and so I've already done that profession, and
Right.
now let's just say I've adopted another one, and that is right now doing the calypso.
That's all right.
So, for me, I'm doing it for different reasons than maybe a lot of people. Some people see it as a career, but I already have a career. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just doing it for fun. That is my
Right.
point.
Mhm.
Mm.
I like
This
that.
brings me to the question I was going to ask. How do both of you, how do you feel, or are you accepted by your male counterparts? Like, especially the bold song that you both sang, that
Mm-hmm.
are, one is definitely not targeting men, but it's about men, and the other one is very controversial. How are you accepted by your male counterparts in the business that you are in? Because it's very male dominated. So how are you accepted, or are you accepted?
Well, I would say
But
that if we're talking about the fraternity, the Calypso fraternity, I
Yeah.
would
yeah.
say that I think that we are all in it together. I haven't seen any kind of resentment or any kind of difference in treatment.
Hmm.
And but when you look at the wider population, to me, I think most of the men that I've encountered, they embrace the song because it's like I don't know what about it. I'm talking from my own experience and Coco Stick. Um, the men appear to love the song and the women too. There's a ring to it, and people seem to identify with it in some way. Most of them say, well, they love their cocoa or they whatever, but
Hmm.
I haven't seen any differences. I can't say that I've seen any kind of discriminatory practices or any kind of rejection because of what I'm doing or what I sang. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
The art
Luscious.
form is one which is basically it's music. So persons embrace music. Music is loved by all, even here in our Calypso fraternity. Long time ago, there were a lot more women in the art form and performing. Now they are asking for more women to come out, and that is one of the reasons why last year I actually jumped at the opportunity because I figured there should be a lot more women performing
Mm-hmm.
in Calypso, and maybe
Mhm.
there could have maybe two calypso, one king, one queen, instead of just having
Right.
one. But if
Mhm.
women in the background versus coming out in the forefront, that wouldn't be. But more women should embrace because I know a lot of women who do love calypso. They
Right.
enjoy
Mhm.
the art form. Maybe they have not gotten the opportunity to come on board and perform, but it is a language that is universal and everybody loves it. Even my song, Barbershop. You know,
Mm.
persons then meet me and say, "Hey, why are you talking about me? But I love your song." You get that feeling. So it's a Dominican thing, and it's just how it is.
All right.
Mhm.
It creates conversations.
Yeah.
Yes.
So of course
So
you guys got a
it,
lot. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying calypso is something that everybody enjoys in and out of season. So it's worldwide, it's local, it's regional, but it will get out there. It's just us to make the best out of it.
Right. So you guys mentioned that, okay, meeting people on the street. For instance, a guy would meet you and say, he feel like he's been targeted through your song, but he loves the song. Or somebody would say, that song Coco Stick, it's double meaning. I think it could be nasty, but it could be good, but they still love it. Do you guys feel like Calypso need more of those things, or do you feel like that is what Calypso is about?
Well, yeah, I mean,
It is
calypso
it's
is
a
satire. It's satire. Is the double entendre, and that is the attraction of
Right.
calypso. It is the attraction. You don't go in and you boring. You have to give people the opportunity to open up their imaginations about
Right.
what you're saying.
Hmm.
That is what feeds it. That is what keeps it alive. It's the
Facts.
social commentary. It's the satire, the humor, the
Hmm.
exaggeration. That is
Mm-hmm.
what it's all about.
Hmm.
Right. You were
So
saying,
I
Luscious?
agree
Lucious.
with Mystrie. It is what it is. It is what it is, and that is what Calypso is about. You do not basically come on street. A lot of persons do come on street, but Calypso is a message through your song, basically.
Right.
And I believe that's what Calypso is about anyway. When the slaves were coming out and having their good time, they performed their Calypso through
Right.
meaning of mystery through song.
Right.
So it is what it is.
Right.
Mhm.
Of course, you guys are watching Dissect. We are sitting with beautiful Luchious and, of course, beautiful Mystrie. Two Calypso female artists from the island of Dominica. And we have the number passing under the screen here if you guys want to get involved. Of course, you guys could leave your comments on Facebook, YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to the channels. All right. Um, of course, we have one of our Mystrie song. Maybe we'll play a little snippet of it before we leave before we leave this evening.
That sounds nice.
I wanted to
I
get a little bit. Sorry, I know it's lagging again tonight.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk a little bit more about the female aspect. How what advice would you give to young women in Dominica? Like, do you see yourself giving a message to young women through your music, or do you have a message that you would give directly to young women, um, just to be empowered? Do you have any messages that you would leave for young women?
Well, for me, I I have something about the way we used to be, the way we were trained, the way our parents brought us up.
Hmm.
To me, I find that culturally, there are some aspects of what we used to hold on to dearly that is deteriorating. We are veering away from some of our values and of our ethics, and I think that if I were to give any advice to our young women, it would be to try to see if they could go back to some of those principles that made us who we are as Caribbean women, as Dominican women, as just women.
Mhm.
But if we're talking about calypso, and I would want to give advice to any young person. It would not just be women, but it would be the youth, the women, men, young men,
Mhm.
and that is really to get involved in calypso because we see a lot of we see a what should I say a lack of youth presence in
Right.
calypso,
Okay.
and we would
Mhm.
like to encourage them to get to the art form and to because it's a part of our culture really,
Mhm.
Right.
and we don't want that to die.
Hmm.
So I don't know what incentives we can give, and I think we were meeting today, and we talked about that. We touched on it, the need to actually engage the youth and to
Right.
get them more involved in what we are doing.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
if I were to give advice, it would have to be really around values, and I wouldn't go into detail about what these values are because I don't think
Right.
this is the forum for it. But
Yeah.
Hmm.
but definitely as a person coming back to Dominica and seeing the difference between what was present um,
Before you
years
left.
ago.
Hmm.
Even the fact I always talk about this, the village raising a child, you
Yeah.
Right.
know,
Yeah.
this is totally disappearing quickly,
Hmm.
and which probably might be factors relating to why we have a deterioration in our values and our culture, on our
Right.
ethics and stuff. Um, so if I were to, I would definitely encourage um, my
Yeah.
my people to go back to some of the things that we used to hold dear. There's nothing
Mhm.
wrong with it. We don't have to embrace different cultures and give up gold, because that's what our culture is,
Right.
gold.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we're thinking that we are letting it go to embrace other things, but
Yeah.
it could only um, kind of like
Destroy us eventually.
destroy us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yes,
like
so
how you
much.
put that. I
Yeah.
like how you put that. You're
Yeah.
giving up gold. Like, our values as Caribbean people, the way we were brought up, the way we were taught to do things, and even if you were born in North America here, excuse me, and your parents was like first generation that came up here from wherever it was in the Caribbean, our values were different. Unlike the
Mhm.
kids now, and there's so many things we can pinpoint to say where all this went wrong. But
Mhm.
you're right when you said, yeah, we're giving up gold for nothing,
Mhm.
for basically
Right.
nothing, just
It's
to.
sad. It's very, very sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what can we
Just
do to bring back? Well, I don't necessarily think we could bring back anything, but actually try to, I guess, patch up the little bit we have left. What do you guys think? One of the things that we could probably do to encourage kids to join, in the calypso fraternity.
Luscious was
just to
gonna say
add to
something. Mhm.
just to add to what Mishra was saying, I think that music should be a subject at school,
Mhm.
and maybe calypso could be,
Another.
concentrated on.
Right.
Although during the carnival time, a lot of these schools have the calypso competition, maybe, but then thereafter, when carnival is over, there's a pause on the calypso music.
Right.
We play
Mm-hmm.
mostly around the foreign music. Maybe we can intertwine it as well, because there are a lot of calypso which which can be still played during the Lenten time. I know
Of
as
course.
Catholics we believe that it should be toned down, but there are a lot of music that are still played during the Lenten time, which
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be played, in my opinion. But I think that calypso, that's
Right.
my opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
if the music subject and with the concentration on calypso is held within the year, it is something that would be in our how you say the youth mind, because nowadays days, well, lately here a lot of young persons are singing mostly buyo, but and if
Right.
they're at school and it's instilled in them, it will be part of them basically.
Right.
I,
Hmm.
I wanted to say that one of the things that I would like to encourage is going back to even Black history, and the lack of it in our culture. I think that is one of the places we start, by promoting who we really are. Because the
So,
truth is, it's an old cliche, but you can never know who you are if you don't know where you came from.
Right.
And I
True.
think calypso is a part of us, and if it disappears, we are losing something. And so something huge, we're using a part of our culture, and we
Right.
shouldn't we shouldn't drop it because we have bouillon. And as Lashes was
Mm-hmm.
saying, I see that most of the times we promote outside things, and we
Right.
we forget about our own prophets, our own
Mm-hmm.
people.
Mhm.
They say that a prophet is never appreciated in his own tongue. And
That's
I think
facts.
we need to put an end to these things and to embrace our own artists, our own stuff, because it is just as good as others. I
Right.
see, and I'm not saying that. I know some people might get mad at me when they're listening.
That's okay. We're here to
But
dissect the thing. Go ahead.
That's what we do here.
right, right. Okay. So what I'm saying is, I am perplexed by the fact that there are some people who are not Jamaican but
Mm-hmm.
sing sing
Reggae music or
reggae and
dancehall.
have this full-blown Jamaican accent. So
Right.
what you're basically saying is that you're not what you your own verbiage is not good enough, and
Hmm.
to me it's a setback for us. It's a huge setback.
Mhm.
We need to be ourselves, go out there and push our stuff, and we should also promote our own. Let
Right.
us promote our own artists. Calypso is here. Why is it our radios are, are, are loaded with
Well,
foreign songs? I'm not
hmm,
saying that we shouldn't play them or incorporate them, but I think we should also appreciate and celebrate our culture.
Yeah.
facts.
And it's not just in Dominica.
Hmm.
My background is Trinidadian, and I've been in Trinidad for carnival time. And right after carnival, like Ash Wednesday, they're back to reggae, dance hall, everything
Hmm.
else on the radio. And you're not hearing the calypso and you're not
So
hearing.
that's a trend. That must be a trend because,
It's
Yeah.
definitely
yeah,
a
that's a
trend.
trend. Mhm.
You know,
Unfortunate.
we had this discussion with Naren and Bob, and I actually sat down and think about it, and I know what the problem is. The problem is your radio manager, who's ever managing the radio station, who is ever making, every radio has a list of songs that they go through that you have to play throughout the day. So it's whoever that manages the
Mhm.
music on the radio, that is where your
Mhm.
problem starts. So, some DJs do get the free will to just come and play what they want, but not every radio station is like that. So
Mhm.
the only way you guys are going to solve that problem, you have to go to the managers of the radio stations. And I
Mhm.
suggest you start with Kyrie, DBS, and wherever else it is. That's the
Mhm.
only way you guys are going to get music playing, calypso music playing, other than December to Ash Wednesday.
But I
Yeah.
think it's not the job of the artists. I think it should be the
Mhm.
job of the listeners. There's people just as disgruntled as we are
Yeah.
who are not the artists. It should be someone speaking on behalf of the artists and have a petition, something going on where they can speak to these radio stations and say, you
Right.
know what, we need to preserve our culture. We need to preserve who we are as a people and play at least 5 times a day. You're
At
reeling
least.
this around. It's not
Right.
fair. These people have put so much effort into the competitions, into writing, and they're paying for this, you know, and it's a lot of work. And then to be done in a matter of a week, two
I
weeks,
know.
that's it.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
So they're
And we know the influence of the media. I mean,
yes. Oh, we
it,
have
they,
someone
they,
coming on in a few weeks, so
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, these are the people I guess you have to target, because I've had this conversation many times, and
Mhm.
on this show, right? Especially with Dominican artists, the music is not being played, or the music is being played at a certain time, and I think of this all the time. It's like, okay, well, if I'm over here in the States and I'm listening to Dominican music, I'm promoting it. I DJ, I play it outside. So
Mhm.
obviously the problem is not just, it's not me and whoever else. It's
Yeah.
deeper than that, right? So it's not
Right,
just
right,
the fans.
right.
Fans, we
Mhm.
could think for
Mhm.
you all we want, but it's the people actually behind the music. So
Right.
that's where you have to get your
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah. Just quick, one more thing before we move on to another topic. I think
Right.
it has a lot to do with the need to want to keep up with the third world and
Mm-hmm.
what they believe is happening in the third world, right?
True.
Like Novelist just said, we're playing calypso, we're playing soca, we play it all year round,
Yeah.
right? And we promote it all year round. And
Mhm.
I think a lot of people in the islands, they believe that it's the opposite, that we're not playing that music. We're only playing
Yeah.
the hip hop, the reggae, the
No.
dancehall. No,
Up here, we listen to
we
everything.
listen to everything. So just
Everything.
to put it out there, we are listening to everything. We're promoting
Everything.
our music, our
Yeah.
culture.
Everything.
Hmm.
Right, right,
We
right.
don't. We
Good thing.
we get the hip hop banging. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. We R&B. Yeah, but we listen to
Mm-hmm.
And it
everything.
could be because we miss home, right? And maybe
Yes,
actually,
yes,
That's true.
So
yes. Yeah, it's a desire really to be like others, and
Yeah.
yes, that's what I think.
to actually to be au courant, I guess, with things,
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess. Anyway.
We can go on all
I
night about
know.
this.
Yeah, we can.
Mm.
Was that luscious?
I was saying, I said, I know DBS normally have the Calypso time. I think it used to be on a Monday. It have a little while I have not listened, but
Right.
maybe other radio stations maybe need to take a page from their book as well. That is a way of promoting our local Calypso music as
Hmm.
well on
I
the
mean, it
other
doesn't all have to
stations.
be the same. Not because DBS do something, you have to go do what they do. You do something. There's so many different things you can do with music. So
I mean,
they
there's
just got,
always a twist to everything, you know.
of course, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah. We
But
had two
it's
questions that came up
just
on the screen. There's one right now.
during the year,
Sorry, let's just go ahead.
basically being played. Now, I'm saying throughout the year, basically limited calypso is being played, so
Hmm.
Yeah.
something has to happen.
Yeah. It's a disrespect, I think. It's not showing you any kind of respect or gratitude for what you do for the country. Is not showing
Hmm.
any gratitude towards the artist.
And what about the segment of the population, which is the Calypsonians, who may very well depend on what they do to for income?
Income. Yes.
You know, the income potential there is very, very, very poor.
Slim. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's a
You
good
know.
point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You cannot, some of them cannot have it as a career. It has to be a side thing,
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
it's a seasonal thing for them. And
Right,
unfortunately,
right,
that's not how it should be. So
right.
one of the questions
Right.
that came up on the screen was, do you have plans to
Hmm.
get involved with the junior schools to take part in what we just talked about, like initiating the step where we
I guess
think
working
that
with them. Yeah.
music should be involved, in the curriculum?
Well, I know that today we had a meeting, as I was saying, in the Dominican Calypso Association, and that was discussed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think they are planning to do some work, or at least to increase their presence in the schools,
Okay.
so to encourage young people to partake in calypso.
Okay.
But personally, I would love it. I would love it.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And during the
And
carnival time, there's the junior monarch or the junior calypso monarch. So it's
mhm.
only during carnival, like I was saying before, that you actually get the youngsters to actually partake in calypso because they
Right.
have it at their, like a show at their schools. They have like the princess show or the calypso shows at schools during the carnival time. There's
Hmm.
the junior monarch during the carnival time, but out of carnival, basically, nothing is at school to teach the children a better grasp of the calypso on a whole.
But I think one of them were talking about the SBAs and how it is incorporated in school.
Hmm.
Um, so I think there are other areas where calypso is I don't know, researched or what have you. I'm not really
But
quite sure the depth of it, but I
then for
just
the
today.
SB,
Mhm. Go ahead.
for the SBS Mystrie, it's basically a high school thing, which is basically done like a one-time thing. It's not like it's a long process.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So
Mhm.
it's
Let
like
me just
it's like
what is SBA? Sorry,
Yeah.
for those of us who don't know.
school-based
Interactive
assignment.
events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's like a an exam that you take a couple weeks to present and then you get graded on. You do have to
Okay.
do research. Yes, there's
It's a
research done,
research paper.
but
Yeah, it's like a research paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
We call it something different in our school. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
last time Bob and Naren was here, they were talking about the clash of the tents, like an idea that they wanted that I guess they brought up of it's mass camp and the other tent going at each other to get king or queen of the tent. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's a great idea. We're all Calypsonians, whether you're in Mascamp or you're in Stardom, or we're all Calypsonians, and I think it should, our relationship should be a positive one, not one of adversaries. And
Right.
sometimes you get the idea that there is some friction, and to me, if that would happen, it would take away the ambiguity and show us that we are one. We are in the same fraternity,
Right.
and I think it's a very very positive step in the right direction. If they were to have the clash, I
Mhm.
I definitely would be there.
Luscious, you have anything to say about that?
um,
Not
I
really.
lost my train of thought.
It's
Ah,
all good.
But I
Well,
do agree
Jewel,
with Mystery. Mystery right on cue.
Jewel, like I was saying, yeah, we got a little game that we play. Maybe we can get into that now.
Ah,
are you ready to play a game?
we call it the
Yippee, yippee, yippee. I love games. Yippee, yippee.
well, they're game. It's a game with questions, and they're questions not really pertaining to um
Calypso.
calypso so much. It's
Okay.
more
Well,
personal.
you should have forewarned me.
So it's called the quick hitters questions.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's start with an easy one. What is your favorite vacation spot?
Hmm. I would say Bermuda.
Okay,
Mm. Why
Yeah.
Bermuda?
luscious. Thank
Why
you,
Bermuda?
luscious.
Well, Bermuda is it's a little Britain sort of.
Okay.
They are,
Oh, a little bit.
yeah, yeah. I love the hospitality. They have their little kind of British accent, and you go there and you feel like you are in Queen's County. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. But I love it. I love the smallness of it and how they arrange the little islands that connect to it, and
Mhm.
basically, really, truly, I was most impressed with the hospitality. I've been there twice, to be honest.
Nice.
So I love the cleanliness of it. I think the times I went, there was no ghetto. Everybody was very conscious about um, just the environment
Right.
and also etiquette. So yeah, I would say
Nice,
that.
nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Luscious, do you
Luscious.
have a favorite vacation spot?
Okay, well, I have not visited so many places. I've been to the States, I've been to a few Caribbean islands, but one of my favorite is Curacao. Curacao is very hot, but the
Mm.
environment is so, how you say, it's unique. Persons around here, they're friendly like Dominica,
Right.
and but then the shopping, I like, so the shopping area is very, so that's one of my favorite places.
Okay, Curacao and
And it's also
Bermuda.
nice as well.
Hmm.
Which one? Did you say Cayman Islands?
No, I said it's so clean and nice, the
Really
area.
Oh, okay.
nice.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
my bad.
Favorite snack. Do you have a favorite snack? That
Hmm.
I like chocolate.
What's my
chocolate
my
luscious
Chocolate.
favorite?
What kind of chocolate?
I like fruit as well. Okay, I already have a fruit. I like salty things. I like sweets. Okay.
sweet and sour. Sweet and sour.
Okay, but you got me right. If you could call that snack, Give me some fried plantains.
Okay.
Anytime.
Okay.
Yeah, fried plantains. I mean,
I'm
I
gonna have to
die
go
for
with you.
fried plantains.
I'm gonna
You
I
have
can
to agree
smell
with
it
you
a
on that
mile
one.
away, and I'll eat it anytime, any place, anywhere.
Yep.
You know,
do
Yep.
you
That's
sprinkle a little salt on your plantain?
well, no, not
Have you
really.
tried that before?
Well, yeah,
uh,
you're talking about tostones or platanos. You know, you have that's the green one, so you throw a
No, no,
little
no.
salt on it.
Just I'm
On the red,
talking
on
about the
the sweet
sweet
one.
fried plantain. You
yeah.
put a little
Yeah.
salt on
That's
there.
that's an oxymoron.
No, you have to try it.
That's
You
an
have to try it.
oxymoron.
Don't knock it till you try it.
No, serious.
I'm
That's an
a
oxymoron. Never. No, no way.
Yes.
I want the
I'm
sweetness.
a I'm a plantain lover myself. So Mystery,
Uh,
I'm with you on the plantain. And me,
yeah,
it was
definitely.
just like for me, I just fry my plantain, I'm good. But what she said, I actually tried it. So different cultures do plantains, and they do so much weird things to
Differently.
it. It's like,
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
kidding me? But yeah, I'm just
That's
like you, but I've
weird.
tried it
That's
with
weird.
ketchup. A Bayesian had me tried it with ketchup.
Oh,
A Trini
ketchup.
had me tried it
Oh
with
my
salt.
goodness.
In Puerto
Oh,
Rico, I
Yes,
went
it's not.
and in Puerto Rico they smashed it all
They
together, and I'm
smash
like,
it.
yeah, well,
what is this?
that's tostones. That's tostones. So
Tostones.
they call
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
platanos. Yeah, in
but
Puerto Rico, it's like twice fried.
Yeah.
right,
That
yeah,
one is twice fried. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So nice.
Okay.
You
And
have
what
you have
about,
one more?
okay? Do you have one? I have one. I have another one.
Go ahead, go ahead. I can explain it.
Um, what is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? When you get up in the morning, what's the first thing that you do?
For me, I say my prayer. I pray.
Ah,
First thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I must face my God.
okay.
That's what I do.
You give thanks. All right.
Give
Nice.
thanks. Yeah. Acknowledgement.
Luscious.
Luscious. Thank you.
Well, when I get up, I wake up my children and then we pray together.
Nice.
Very
Okay.
nice.
So
Mm.
Pray together.
Okay. The last one is about food. So, and I'll make it easy because both of you guys are in Dominica. So, if I was to take both of you guys to a restaurant, what would be your favorite meal to get? Luscious.
well, I like to say you can't go wrong with chicken, but it's either chicken or fish for me. Anywhere I go.
Right. Simple,
Anywhere I
eh?
go.
Simple.
Chicken or fish.
Well, novelist, you'd
I'm
have
not
to take some money out of your pocket.
I'd have to
Listen,
do what?
novelist,
say that.
you have to pay the piper. I'm going for the lobster.
Oh boy.
I'm
I'm
not a
going for the lobster.
Is there a
What
special
is that?
way that you like it to be done? Your lobster or your chicken or your fish? Like, how would you like your food to
Well,
be cooked?
I would like something with some garlic sauce on it, something with some sauteed in garlic sauce. That would be
Nice.
Yeah.
fine for me. But you're gonna pay.
Yeah.
But okay, but Mystery, is that your favorite food or are you just trying to dig in my pocket?
Both.
Oh man, I love it. Oh man.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
on that
but for
note,
me, when the
we're
food is tasty, I will go back anyway.
gonna so we're gonna end on an expensive note. So I guess if I do go to Dominica and I do take Luscious or Mystery to restaurant, I'll have to empty my bank account.
Well,
So,
yes.
but ladies, ladies, we want to thank you for spending the evening with us. I had fun sitting with you guys. Um, Educational as usual, and yeah, just thank you guys for being here, and I wish you guys luck in the next coming weeks, and I hope you guys take it all the way to the finals. Hopefully, I'm there to see you guys do it too. So yeah,
Well,
so
well, I
if you guys.
appreciate you having me. I really do appreciate you and Joel and our listening or watching audience, wherever they are. Thank you very much. The fans, thank you for joining us. And I would expect that you will be looking for me again
Mhm.
this year. I'm ready. I hope you are, and I hope you support the Calypso. Um, and also to invite others to support us. We appreciate you because without you, we are really nothing. Thank you very, very much, and may God bless you wherever you are.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mystrie.
Luchious.
Thank you for having me on the show. It's a pleasure to be here. I enjoyed every aspect of it. And to the listening public, thank you for listening. To the fans, thank you for encouraging us as Calypsonians and myself as well. It is a big plus when you are out there giving yourself out to the public and showcasing what you have got. You get so very nervous when you're on the stage. Sometimes you get a little
Mhm.
butterflies just before going on the competitions. So we are grateful for the fans who encourage us, and to the executive of the Calypso Association as well. They do encourage us, and to our respective how you say Calypso tents, that is Saddleman Mass Camp. And the eliminations is soon approaching, and maybe for carnival time we'll be seeing you guys in person. So maybe the next show that we'll be having during the carnival time, maybe one of it could be in Dominica and interviewing all of the Calypsonians, or as many as possible. Thank you, novelist. Thank you, Joel, for having me.
Thank you.
Nice. Thank
And
you. You're
we
welcome.
hope the TV station is listening to what you just said. The last thing you just said. Yeah. So yeah,
Uh,
thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. It was a pleasure, and yeah, we'll talk in the new year, and
Yes.
yeah, hopefully we get you guys back on here with us on Dissect.
Okay.
So
bon chance,
I
ladies.
hope so, and I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. All right. Well, I will hold you
But
up to
just
that.
don't forget when you come to Dominica, I'm getting my lobster lunch or
I
I
won't
dinner.
let him forget that. Trust me, I
I
won't
have
let him.
Thank you very
I
much.
have I have a I have a partner in Granby. I know he's watching. Yeah.
Well, you could tell him to come and take me to lunch because that lobster right now my mouth is watering. So
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
So much
Oh
more put in my
boy.
big mouth, right? All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
There you guys
ladies.
have it.
thank you for
Luscious
having
and
me.
of course.
Bye to the listeners.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Luscious and Mystery. They're probably waiting for me in Melvin Hall Airport when I get there, or it's not called
Yeah.
Melvin Hall. Charles Douglas Hospital Airport. So yeah, interesting show, right?
Very
That was fun.
interesting. Yes. Took a different turn, but
It definitely did.
they're very insightful. They
Yeah,
have a lot of information to share. We could have gone on and on and on for hours
yeah,
about things we
yeah,
were talking about. So
yeah. They're both
very interesting.
passionate of what they do, and they love what they do. You could actually see it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was beautiful. Yeah, I love that little moment we had with them. So this is it, folks. We have one more to do before we take a break for what season break,
Is it one
I
more already?
guess.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's one more show, and then get a nice little break and come back and give you guys some more dissect. So thank you guys for joining in. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm gonna play a little snippet of Mystery song, just a little snippet before we
We
leave the
got to
stream.
remind them though
What is
to
that?
tune
Mhm.
in to Reggae at the Top
Yes,
every Sunday
Sunday.
morning
Yes,
at 10 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. And also to Anthony Drago's show on Wednesdays, 8
at eight.
p.m.
Yeah, 8 p.m.
at the
till
top
9
as
p.m.
well.
right on TD and
So,
TV.
yes.
So let's just take a little
Creativity.
bit. Yeah, let's just take a little bit of Mystery, and then we're gonna go right into the video for next week's show, the promo video for next week's show, and we will see you guys next week. So you guys have a blessed week and a blessed weekend. I am Novelist.
And I'm Jewel. Peace.
Peace.
Robotic mystery. Getting harder, it's getting harder. I have to try something To earn a living, I must dress sexy for my customers to see. When they see the product, they will support me. I try selling things that not selling. That increase of things that not selling. But when I started selling my cocoa stick, people talking, something's happening. People talking, something happening. Go for sale, go for sale, go for sale. Who buying it? Who buying it?
Hey, this is Carlton C.R. Roberts, and I will be on Dissect Saturday, December 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Caribbean Time on tdntv.net, Island Therapy Facebook, or Island Therapy YouTube page. Be there. Boomba! We say so.